So today friends, I'm going to show you the basic marzipan recipe from which you can make any Easter egg. Now here friends, I have 150 grams of cashew nuts. Now I'm going to show you how to make the perfect cashew nut powder. Let's see how to prepare this cashew nut powder. Now first of all, I'm using fresh cashew nuts. And also I've ensured that my mixer pot is completely dry without any kind of moisture. Both in the pot as well as the cover of the mixer. Now I'm going to put in these whole cashews into the mixer, and every mixer, at least the ones we have here in India, they have a function on the left hand side which is mostly used as a blitz function, when you're making milkshakes. So don't use the ones in which we grind chutneys and everything. Use the blitz function, and you're going to use it just like this for just blitz it, stop. Don't do it in a continuous motion, and then just do it for very like hardly even half a minute, less than half a minute, and then you will get this lovely fine loose cashew nut powder. So don't do it for a very long time, because then the heat of the pot also gets transferred to the cashew nuts, and then they start oozing out oil, or you'll get a paste. But if you do it like this, you'll get this lovely, you know, uh, really fine, beautiful cashew nut powder. So remember these points. I've got a lot of queries about how to make cashew nut powder for most of the Christmas recipes, and this is how I make it. And of course, now I'm going to sieve it or sift it. So I'm going to show you that. But see the powder, the texture, it's very loose and flowy. It's not, like it's not stuck. So now I'm just going to run it through my sift or my sieve. Just you can move your fingers like this, just press it down a bit so that you can just, sift it through. And then you get this beautiful light cashew nut powder. And when you lift it up with a spoon, it doesn't even get stuck to the spoon. That's the texture we're looking for. Now this is what we don't want. So I had purposely ground the cashew nuts on the other function, that was, which we generally use for chutneys and all, and ground it for a very long time, and it became sticky like this. So if your cashew nuts become like that, don't use them. They have to be flowy and free like this. Now we need double the quantity of powdered sugar. So this is 300 grams of powdered sugar. Either you buy it from a shop, or I'll show you how to make it perfectly at home. Now ensure that your mixer pot is completely dry as well as the cover. And on the mixer pot, we're going to use the blitz function, the one which I'm pointing out to. This is mostly in our Indian mixers. So, or the ones that we use to make milkshakes, not the one in which we grind chutneys or masalas. So we're going to use that function. Now I'm going to first put the sugar into my mixer pot, and then I'm going to use the blitz function like this, and that also for like hardly not even half a second. So just blitz stop, blitz stop, like this. Don't do it in a continuous motion, because then the heat of the mixer gets transferred and you get more of a pasty kind of consistency. So our powdered sugar has been ground, but we have to go through a very important step, and that is sifting it or sieving it. So you'll see, first I'm going to pour it into a bowl and then I'm just going to run it through my sift or sieve, and you will see that there's so much of sugar that hasn't been ground at all. So we're going to transfer that back into our mixer pot, and then we're going to put the remaining, sift that too. And at the side, I've just made my cashew nut powder. So I've just shared a recipe. You can go and check it out. I'll leave a link below. And then after grinding it again, this is how our powdered sugar should be. That is, very light and clear, so that all our whatever you bake. Now all we need is an egg white. We're not going to use the yolk, only the white of the egg. So now we have our 300 grams of powdered sugar, 1 egg white, and 150 grams of cashew nut powder. So now heat a pan on a very low flame. First we're going to add the cashew nut powder. Then we're going to add the icing sugar or the powdered sugar. Mix these two well together. Remember, our flame is on a very low to medium heat. So mix these two well together. And then add the egg white. And now mix, mix, and mix. And as you keep on mixing, you'll realize that the consistency will keep on changing. Everything will come together and it'll happen really quickly. I think within a few minutes, like it took me around 7 to 8 minutes for the consistency to change from this powdered form into a liquid form and then solidify into a dough, and it starts leaving the sides of the pan also really, really quickly. So you have to work really fast and don't leave the mixture unattended. And now we will do a water test. So I've just taken some room temperature water. I'm just going to take a little bit of it and drop it into this water. And then when you pick it up, you should be able to make a nice firm ball. If that happens, that means your mixture is all ready. You can turn off the heat and let it cool completely. So I'm transferring this entire mixture. Once it has come to room temperature, I'm transferring it to a glass bowl. You can transfer it to a steel plate. Just leave it to solidify or to become a little bit hard and set basically. So I kept it aside for about 4 to 5 hours in this bowl at room temperature. And then when I'm able to handle it, I will just knead it for a whole 2 to 3 minutes till I get a nice smooth consistency. So that's all you need to do is just knead it. Don't knead it when it's piping hot. Let it become completely cool. Just knead it properly and for a whole 2 to 3 minutes, even 5 minutes, till you get this beautiful, soft, smooth consistency. So after kneading it, I just rolled it like this. And that's it, guys. Your marzipan dough is all ready. Now all you need to do is just get some molds and make your Easter eggs. I've got so many different types of Easter egg recipes. I'm going to leave a link to all of them so you all can practice and make the perfect Easter eggs that you would love to make. And now I've got these egg molds. You get all different types. I'm just going to add a little bit of ghee or clarified butter. You can add regular butter as well. And then just put a little bit of it, not too much. Just grease it lightly so that the Easter egg comes out from the mold very easily. And then you're just going to form small balls and then just stuff them into the egg like I'm doing. First make them nice and round and smooth like this. And then just put them in the egg like that, in the mold rather. And then it just comes off very easily, or you just have to slide it out, and that's it. So I'll show you a few more. You can also work with the silicone ones. They are much easier to work with. And then just round up the edges if you find that they're not really proper. Now I got exactly 10 of these Easter eggs, and then I'll just show you how to decorate them. Plastic molds that I have. Now, if you're wondering where I get all of this, I go to Bandra West, and this is not a sponsored video, but I go to Cheap Jack, and they have all of this almost all year round. So you can go and pick this up. It's available. And then, you get these little chickens and you get the rabbit. So there are all different kinds of molds that they have. So either you grease the molds with a little bit of melted butter or melted ghee, just brush it a little, not too much. And then of course the little bunny rabbit. Now I have many videos of different kinds of Easter eggs, so I'll leave the link to all of those videos down in the description box as well as the comment section. So in this video I'm not adding any kind of color, food color to the Easter eggs. I'm going to leave them very plain. But you can see my other videos in which I've added food colors and decorated them differently, so you can check that out. Now for the bunny rabbit, you just need to shape them up a little bit so you can get a little bit creative. And of course, then is the plastic mold. You even get the silicone molds, but these plastic molds are so easy to work with. So just apply a little bit of melted butter and then just smoothen out. Ensure that you smoothen out the dough, and then just press it down and shape it up like this. Now I also have a video for my royal icing which I use for decorating the Easter eggs. I'll leave a link to that below. As well as I have a hot cross bun video, so I'll leave that. And now you can just be nice and be creative and make them look pretty by just adding some cupcake holders. And the sky is the limit for being creative with these Easter eggs, or you can keep them just as simple as you like. It's all your choice. Now with the royal icing that I have, I'm just going to pipe some little bit of icing in the center of each of the eggs. You can go with different patterns. I'm not an expert in icing. That's something I really need to work on, but I try. And then we're just going to put these ready-made decorations that you again get at Cheap Jack, just to make them look nice and pretty. And your beautiful, easy Easter eggs are all ready. So this is the basic recipe, but they're very, very delicious. And this is the traditional marzipan Easter egg recipe. Friends, I hope you liked today's recipe as well as today's video, and if you would like to see more videos like this, then don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up. Also, by clicking the thumbs up icon. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and become a part of Akshata's recipes. Once you have subscribed, there is a small little bell icon that will pop up, so just click on that. That way, whenever I put up a new recipe or a new video, you get a message for the same. So on that note, I'll say bye and I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshata saying bye, take care, stay healthy, stay fit, be kind and loving to one another. So till we meet again, bye.